where to start. I think we will start on the front. I'm going to try to find some fun stuff. I think these banners are cute. That works out. Like the banner a lot. Ooh. She might work. All right, this might be the scale I need. Yeah, that's the scale. And I think she needs a buddy. Maybe a little puppers. I have dogs, I have cats. It'd be nice if I can find a dog. Here is a friend who can come hang on the beach with me. Well, not a beach, in a park. Because, yeah, that's totally how I would dress if I went to the park. No, not really. Okay, yeah, perfect. We will go with that. I like this. Let your true color shine through. Maybe that'll be the sentiment. I don't know. I think that works. That works. I can now use my little sanding tool here. There are some little nubs where the die cut connects to the page. I usually trim them off, but now that I have this little sanding tool, I can just sand them off. I think the puppy has one too. Yeah. And we have the puppy. Could even put the puppy behind. Yeah, I think this is just distracting. Let's see. So what are we going to do up here? I am actually going to do a little more trimming. The die cuts are usually pretty good. You don't have too much of a border, a white border on the die cuts. Most of them, but some of them I think can do with a little more trimming, like in the case of the dog. Much better. I think that works. She definitely will be living there. Let me take a look at my sticky quotes. I like this one. Once we become fearless, our future becomes limitless. So we are going to cut that in half. my thing somewhere up there. We're going to keep this very simple. So let me get to gluing. We will outline that. I have my Twispy fountain pen. Let me just make sure she still has ink. It's been a while. And it's going to be wonky. I'm not looking for a straight line. I'm looking for some wonky lines. I am going to put this back on here to protect the page behind it. And I'm also going to protect her face and our little doggy's face, because we're going to do some splattering and I don't want splatter on her face. I am going to use some Winsor & Newton ink. White is the color. I have a little fan brush here. I'm going to dip it and just tap. And you get what you get, and you don't get upset. That's why I cover the face, because you don't want a big, like if that big spot blob had fallen on her face or the puppy's face, I would have been upset. But it didn't. It just fell on her hat, I think. And it is white, but because I used distress inks to create the background, it is going to lift some of that color from the background, and the white is not going to be as white as it looks right now when all is said and done. I wish it would stay that bright white, but it doesn't. Now that big drop is not going to dry easily, so I dried it some, and now I'm going to go in with a paper towel, and the bigger, thicker spots that haven't dried, I'm going to lift some of that ink and create something like a crater effect, which I like. So it's very intentional on my part. I like that. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's mine. Okay, I'm very happy with that. I might, antique gold? No, black. I think I want to pick up the edges a little bit more. So I'm going to take my Gilder's paste wax. Yeah. the color black and just put some along the edges here. Will I regret it? I don't know. But in that moment, that's what I wanted to do, so that's what I did. It is what it is. I go with what my mind tells me to do at that moment. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not a good thing. That's what it is. I'm gonna have to take a break right now because it's about time my kid gets ready for that party. And he hasn't come down to ask me about wrapping his gift, so I'll be right back. I am back. I have done a little bit of work since I last left you. I took some black ink and I splattered on the inside page. I got a frame from the die cut paper frames book, and I took that frame and I colored the edges using that black Gilder's paste wax, and now you will see why I splattered black to frame the frame, because I just thought it picked up on the frame a little more, made the frame pop, if that makes sense. And just this, it just flows better. Also, it picks up the black on the front cover. So I think that catches you up on everything I've done, I think. No, I also popped some die cuts from the XXL die cut book that I am going to use to decorate the frame. Now you're caught up. So I think we're at the gluing stage. I know this looks it probably looks a little crazy right now, but you just have to trust the process, my friends. Have to trust the process. So I was thinking the frame will go something like this, but I also wanted something to kind of decorate this edge and act kind of like a transition into this inside cover. So I found a bunch of flowers in the die cut book, and I chose flowers that had I had pairs of so that I can glue them back to back. They don't line up perfectly, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's handmade. I glued them back to back, but I didn't completely glue them back to back. I created kind of like a sandwich. Here, it'll make sense. Look, so that I can kind of slide it onto the page and glue it. That way it looks pretty from both sides. Okay, so that's a good little trick. Good little trick. If you have doubles of some image, you can glue them back to back, and then you have something that looks good no matter what angle someone looks at it. So that's the whole point of that. And I did also use some of that black Gilder's paste wax to ink the edges. So I think what I need to do now is glue these flowers on. I don't know that I have enough, but we're gonna make it work. Yeah, I think that's good. Good. And in the areas where I think too much white is showing, I guess I could trim that off, but I'm not going to. Don't have time for that. So I'm thinking before I glue the frame on, let me glue these flowers on. I didn't really plan the placement of the flowers, so we're just gonna go with it and see what happens. So this one is a really big flower, and I don't know why I glued so much of it together. I didn't leave a big enough mouth, so to speak. So it's going to have to go on this curve here so it's not sticking out too far into the card. So yeah, just do that. A little bit of glue, all of a sudden stuck on both sides. So let's see. This yellow's really pretty. We'll add that one there. Boy, my nerves are shot. So much going on. So much going on. I meant to just walk away again, just long enough to get checking on the kid and make sure he was getting ready for the party he was invited to, and turned into a whole thing. Oh, teenagers, gotta love them. All right, I think I'm just going to do a little rough dry fit here, and then we can go in and glue them. Teens just have this unbelievable knack. It's a skill to just fray your nerves. Fray your nerves. I think we want maybe some yellow down here. They make you think you're crazy. They really do. Okay, I think that looks really pretty. Maybe one up here and one down here. We'll put this yellow one up here and this pink one down here. Yeah, I think that's good. Might have to cut this one down here a little bit. Okay, so we have a general sense of where these flowers are going. Now I can start working on them. So let me kind of, that one's stuck, that one's stuck, that one is not. I think we glued this one next. So this is really the reality of my crafting schedule. This is why I've not been able to post regularly. I just, you know, life, teenager, work, and household have to take priority over everything else. And that means I basically craft here and there whenever I get a moment. And so I started this project a week ago, and my intention was to finish it that day, but it's just not the way it worked out, and that's okay, because I'm happy. I'm very happy with my life. I'm very blessed with my family, with my work, and have to take the time to enjoy that too, you know? And though it can be stressful at times, we all know that. We all know that, but I wouldn't have it any other way. If the alternative was I didn't have those things which caused my stress, then that's not an alternative that works for me. I'll just learn to manage the stress, right? Because I love my familia. So that's why I don't get to post as many videos as I would like, but I do try to post when I can. And here we are. Okie dokie. We're definitely going to have to trim this flower on the bottom a little bit. Probably on the top as well. Yeah, I definitely want to put this little flower here, I think. I don't know. Or do we like it there? Nope. I'm going to go with where I originally said I was going to put it. So that looks really pretty. Oh, I got myself stuck on something. There we go. I mean, I guess I could leave it here at the top and here at the bottom. I'll think on that. Only because I know how Jackie wants to store these, and I don't think these will help. I don't think it'll fit with that. Doesn't that look pretty? And then you open it this way and look at that. And it will get some splashes later. Uh-oh, I got some ink there. C'est la vie. Okay, here's the frame. Now I want to glue the frame on a little bit wonky. I don't want it straight. So let's get some glue. What I need to do is just make sure it's not on the fold right here, and that it allows this to open and close. And I think that looks good. Yeah, that looks really good. Right? You see now what I mean about a transition? This kind of wall or buffer of flowers just helps to transition into the inside of the card. Not really a card, is it? What is it? Spread? I don't know. Layout? And now I get to try to remember how I had these. So I wanted just an overload of pretty images. And yes, it's going to look a little busy. That is by design. I just want it to be almost like hide and seek. You know, every time you look at it, you see something new. Some of the things blend in until they don't. So I just wanted to look super just cute and busy. And I absolutely love this little girl with her dress and her crown and her wings just taking flight. Absolutely love that. So I was just picking a bunch of images from the book that I liked, that I have been wanting to use and haven't had the opportunity to use, and now we're going to use them. Perfect. The only thing we need now is some splatter. Yes, I'm going to splatter some white ink on the page. Just going to protect the little birdie's head. I think everything else I'm okay with. Oh, and the be happy. Let's protect the be happy. I don't want the be happy to get splattered on and then we can't read it. I'm going to try not to be so heavy-handed. Shake off some of the excess. And while I have the paint out, let me, or I should say the ink, let me splatter on this side. With the white splatter, it also ties in the white from the flowers because they're not perfectly aligned, lined up, and you can see the back side of them. You see some of that white. I think the white on the page makes that almost look deliberate. It's not. I just can't be bothered to trim that, but it just works out. So let me carefully take this off. Let me get my heat tool. Doesn't she look happy? She looks happy. She lives in a very colorful world, and I love that. I would be super happy living in a world like that. I am going to slide this in here to protect her while I turn this. Now let me think, do I want splatter on the flowers on this side? You know what, I don't, because I already have splatter on the background, and I kind of like that this doesn't have the splatter. Yep, I'm not going to splatter on that side. That side is done. Done, 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 done. Cool. All right, so then I don't need this. Now, what I do need to do is take my cup and my paintbrush and go clean that. I don't like to leave my paintbrushes soaking in water for too long because it can affect the glue in the barrel of the brush. Leave it soaking in water too long, I'm always afraid that water is going to seep up into the barrel, affect the glue, and this thing's going to just fall apart. I've had it happen with some of my favorite brushes. I know that water's nasty. So let me go clean this and I'll be right back. Okay, my friends, we are back. Let me again catch you up. All I did was go through my die cut book and pull a couple of sentiments that I thought best described me and a little bit of my personality. So I came up with two. The first one says classy, sassy, and just a little badassy. And the second one says, sometimes I wish I was an octopus so I can slap multiple people at once. That's just my personality, my friends. So love it or leave it. That's what it is. I also found a couple of cute little bugs. This one here, he just looked like a little troublemaker with that stinger. And the look on the face looks like it's got a little bit of an attitude. Love that. So I got that little guy right there. I got a little rainbow dragonfly and a little flamingo here at the bottom because why not? And the flamingo is going to have a little thought bubble that says, I wish, I wish. Which, you know, makes sense when you look at the sentiment that is right next to the flamingo. So that is what I'm landing. That's what I landed on. And I'm going to run with it. So let's get these glued down. I also want to make sure there's no glue on the page. You know what? I want to make sure there's no glue on the page, wet glue anyway, before I use my fountain pen, because I would be sad to get glue on that fountain pen. One, it's my favorite, and two, it's not cheap. So I think what I will do is instead of using my fountain pen, I'm going to use a pigment liner. Yeah. I would not be devastated if one of my liners stopped working because it got glue, but I would be super sad if I ruined my fountain pen. I have ruined many of fine liners. And I just like framing the sentiments in the black because it just gives it a little pop, a little more interest. I can feel the glue. And just like that, I disguised a random little smudge mark that was where I didn't like it. There we go. I think this is done. Yep, I think we are done. I think instead of trying to little bird dude is just hanging right there. Like, nope, you will not hide me behind the cover. I didn't even plan that. That's just the way it worked out. I think instead of trying to stamp the back, I'll just sign my name up here. Today is September 23rd, 2023. And we will call this done. Mostly. Just saw the back. I think I want to add something to the back. And do I want to trim these flowers? I don't think I want to. Nope. Jackie, feel free to trim the little flowers up here if it makes it difficult to get it into your storage sleeve, okay? You have my blessing to do that, but I can't bring myself to do it. Can't bring myself to do it. Let's see. Let me get some gold and just I am using my uni ball, my gold uni ball pen. Just add some fun little marks here and there, because why not? Fun little sparkly element. And I don't have to do it to both sides. I just want to do it to this one side. Yep. Love that. I will not do it to that side. Let's see what else I can do. That looks good. I want to add something here. Maybe what I can do from this same XXL book, there are some cardstock. There's some cardstock in the back with patterns, double-sided, really pretty. Ooh, do I like this one better? Ooh, this might be okay. I think we'll go with this one because I know Jackie's birthday's in October. So, and I love that says October. So we'll go with that one. Just to make the back look a little more fun and finished. So I will guesstimate where I need to cut this. I think somewhere along there. Somewhere along there. I don't want to completely cover the back. It'll be just like a fun little frame, fun little layer. I think that looks really cute. I think we need to ink that. We do need to ink that. What are we going to use? Guess I'm going back to this. It's the only thing that gives me that intense black. Almost immediately. Okay, so let's glue this on here. Do you hear my cuckoo clock? Here we go. You know, now that I see it from this side, I do all of a sudden feel the need to cut that flower. So bye-bye, my little flower friends. And I just cleaned my hand. Oh my goodness. Here is the finished project. I love the simplicity of this compared to just how chaotic the inside is. Reads, once we become fearless, our future becomes limitless. Here's the inside. I love this chaotic little collage here. And this little sweetie flying free. And on this side it reads, classy, sassy, and just a little badassy. Sometimes I wish I was an octopus so I can slap multiple people at once. I wish, I wish. And then we have the back here, which definitely looks better. It'll look better in her book. So that is my finished project, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me And let me know how you feel about this type of video format. In the past, what I would do is just speed run my process to some music. I got a couple of comments asking me not to do that because they want to see my process. So here's my process. Problem with my process is it doesn't always happen in one sitting, but I certainly can edit the video so that you can watch it in one sitting. It will make for a longer video, but I'm okay with that if it's what you want to see. So I look forward to seeing you in my next video, my friends. I think I'm going to start my Halloween makes. I am dying to start my Halloween makes and to start working in my Halloween journals, maybe make some Halloween cards. I just have Halloween on the brain, and I think that is what I'm going to start doing moving forward, even though we're still in September, but we're close enough to October that I feel good about it. So I will catch you all in my next video, my friends. Do me a favor, if you will. Thumbs up this video and leave a comment down below, even if it's just a little emoji, a heart, a pumpkin, a flower, a bee, anything. That type of interaction will help me. It will go a long way to helping my videos get onto this weird wackadoodle YouTube algorithm where I post. Sometimes my subscribers are notified, sometimes they're not. Sometimes I get a lot of views, but most of the times I don't. So it would be nice to make the algorithm and see more growth in my channel. I would appreciate it. Thank you, my friends. I will catch you all in my next video. Until next time. Bye-bye.